Hey there, Steve Gamache with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. And what we have this time is another one in the Kohetsu series. This is the Western HAP40 Kiritsuke 240mm knife. So the steel on this is really something pretty special. It's HAP40 semi-stainless steel. It's very hard, so it's treated to around 64-65 Rockwell. And the construction on this is a soft stainless, really kind of semi-stainless cladding over the top of that semi-stainless core. So you will notice on these that the cladding does tend to take on a patina as well as the core steel. It's not as much as you would get in a full-on reactive blade, but don't be surprised if you get some staining and some patina going on the cladding. That's just kind of the nature of this cladding. So, but HAP40 is something pretty special. It has just superb edge retention. At Chef Knives to Go, they kind of developed the moniker Voodoo Steel because Mark had a prototype at home a while back and he said the edge just would not quit on that thing. So if you do a lot of prep work, if you're in a pro environment, you want something that just has exceptionally good edge retention, yet it's not crazy to sharpen like maybe ZDP 189. So it sharpens up reasonably well with good stones, but holds, again, a great edge. The weight and dimensions on these should be pretty close from knife to knife. This particular one is 203 grams or 7.2 ounces. The edge length is right about 234 millimeters or about 9.2 inches from the tip to the back of the heel, the chin. And the overall length is right about 14 inches on the money. Spine thickness, these are pretty much just 2 millimeters thick all the way down. You might get some slight variances from one to one, but these are laser cut and shaped, so pretty consistent from that one to the next. This has the Kiritsuke kind of reverse sword tip on it, so it thins out pretty doggone skinny at the very tip. And these also get nice and thin at the edge, so performance is very, very good on these. You can see they've got a bit of a generous kind of polish down to the edge. They tend to do that on the right side of the blade, but you've got a pretty cool contour. You can kind of see that with the light here. So they've got enough thickness there where they contour it down to the edge and they get pretty skinny at the edge. So performance on these is very, very good. There is a cladding line. We'll see if we can show you that. It's a little tough to see. Blade height is right about 50 millimeters on this one, which gives you just great clearance there, no problem at all. The handle is a kind of a brown stained pack of wood, which is a resin impregnated wood product, and it's a full tang design. Nice fit and finish on this. You got 3 stainless rivets on it. Full tang, you've got an integrated bolster that comes in to the main part of the blade, so it's a real clean, really cool look. Fairly decent amount of kind of rounding and some polishing to the spine, and then you've got a little bit of relief, fair amount of relief on the choil into the bolster here, so it's very comfortable right out of the box. These are quite sharp out of the box. I'll give them a 6, maybe 7 out of 10. They've got some thinning. They kind of take the right side of these, kind of thin it down towards the edge, so they're pretty skinny. The left side of the blade, typically they don't do that. It kind of just goes down to the edge of bevel. You can kind of catch that. Here's your cladding line between the soft kind of semi-stainless stainless and the semi-stainless core steel. See if we can kind of show you that cladding line there. You've got some kind of etched, slightly embossed, etched kanji on the right side of the blade. And you can see the left side of the blade is plain. You can see vertical machine marks, sanding marks on it. So what's cool about these knives is they're kind of no-nonsense looking. They kind of blend in a bit with the Western handle and the full tang, but yet this has a little bit of flair with the Kiritsuke style tip on it for detail work and a really cool look. So if you want something just a little out of the ordinary, but yet not super attention getting, if you know what I mean, if you're in a pro environment, this is a pretty cool knife for that. The balance point, given the full tang, is going to be kind of back here. It's a little bit in front of the tang. I shouldn't say tang, the choil, the back of the blade, so there's your balance point. But it's a pretty good neutral balance point, kind of depending on how you like to, if you like to pinch grip or racket grip the handle. Here is the cutting profile. It's just a good, versatile, all-around cutting profile. So the edge profile has a little bit of a belly towards the tip, so I can still get in this range on it for rocking. It flows nicely into the back. You've got a little bit of a flattish area towards the back, and it kind of flows into the heel. So there's enough flattish kind of area towards the back to give you some chopping sections on this blade. It's got a gentle belly and then maybe just slightly more aggressive towards the tip. But generally, again, the Kiritsuke is going to be a little bit lower tip on it. So you can definitely rock this kind of low, medium, push-pull cuts, a little bit of chopping in the back. So, you know, this would be a prep just machine because this thing will just go forever on an edge and then can sharpen up reasonably well. So if you're looking for something like that, this is just an excellent blade. It's nice looking. It will get a patina on it as you use it, which is kind of a badge of work, if you will, for a lot of people. But it's just a cool, you know, really well executed blade. So this is the Kohetsu Western handled HAP40 Kiritsuke 240mm knife.